When I first left the forces, I was keen to learn more about mental health because I was going through my own struggles. I then found myself jumping from job to job, and I always say the difference between a job and a career. I had jobs, I didn't have a vocation as such, and it wasn't until kind of life circumstance kind of took effect which I wanted to kind of learn more about mental health. So I decided to go on and look for maybe a level 2 course just to get some awareness around it, maybe to help my family members to understand mental health, and it kind of escalated from there. But the idea of being self-employed never crossed my mind until I was driving buses and I was coming out of Newcastle on a Saturday night, I think it was about midnight, being hurled all sorts of abuse, and I thought there's got to be more to life than this. So that's when I decided to look into going private. I'd set up straight after my foundation degree, and I was struggling. Now I was struggling to find clients, struggling to get things into place. And I'd started my Bachelor of Arts top up at the university, and I was going into uni one day and I parked up and my lecturer was there. He says, "Oh, how are you finding things?" And I got told about setting up, and I said, "It's so ridiculously hard, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm lost." And then sure enough, there was a voice just behind us, and it was Jenny. And she says, "Well, why don't you pop in and have a chat, have a cuppa?" You know, we went in, they introduced us to other members of the enterprise place, and everybody got talking to us, and it was just kind of relaxed. And I'm like, wow, this exists. You know, there's help there. The progression my business got from that point forward was amazing because it got the momentum. I got talking to people started talking about me to other people, and it just escalated from there. And just before the first lockdown, I was able to extend, and I moved to a new premises where I've got 3 counselling rooms. I've got my own office, which has got a couple of desks for other counsellors and other staff. I'm then able to take on student counsellors. We've helped, I think it's in the region of over 350 people, you know, with the mental health going through COVID. We've gone to a situation in our society where we kind of treat the symptoms of mental health, you know, the effects of it. You know, somebody might be suffering with somebody, so they come in with the symptoms, and then as a society we treat that. There's so much wrong with that. So the way I want to kind of use our kick, our CIC, is to say, well, let's look at it differently. Let's look at how we're living our lives. You know, can we not get to the kind of the core of it? You know, are we working too much? Yeah, we're working too much. Are we going through too much with, you know, everyday life? Yeah, we are. So I say, well, what can we do? Well, we can slow life down. A big element of what we're doing with our CIC is to help people reconnect. You know, we can reconnect with others, you know, reconnect with the great outdoors, but then also fundamentally to kind of reconnect with ourselves. So we put on activities, we take families out, we do bushcraft skills. This is what I'm getting really passionate about. But then that kind of starts a process. So when they start doing this, I think, well, actually my life's not been going the way I want to go. How can I make it go the way I want to go? So then they engage with the rest of our services here, like counselling or coaching, and then they go down that path. So I guess what we try to do as a CIC is to kind of help people explore, discover and become who they truly are. If you've got an idea, it can grow, and it's important to recognise you can make the career, you can get paid from it. That doesn't mean you're kind of taking money out of a charity, that means you're running a business which is good for the community. And it's kind of humbling and quite surreal when I realised that came from one moment of when I was putting some money in a parking machine meter. Just one conversation, it's all it takes, and then anything can happen.